I have my Chaos Space Marines cut off their sprues and the new Codex. Time for a chat about Noise Marines.
Saved by Slaanesh.
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, another Saved by Slaanesh episode. I have the Chaos Codex in my hands, and I want to have a chat about Noise Marines. Before that though, if you would like to keep up to date with the wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please give me a sub and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so I now have the new Chaos Space Marine Codex. Also, I've been cutting off the Spellcrow stuff and also the Chaos Space Marine stuff. It's all in here. I've washed the Spellcrow stuff. All I've got to do is take the mould lines off and then I'm ready to build. But obviously now we've got the new rule book here, I need to work out exactly how I'm going to build these. So in this video I want to run through the rules, particularly for the Noise Marines. To be fair, I'm going to be looking for some feedback from you guys, so any help and input is definitely most appreciated. Before we look at the book though, I just want to say how amazing this codex is. I'm so pleased that GW are making codexes. I can't wait to get my Necron one, it's going to be awesome. This indeed, from the flick through that I had, seems really good. There's loads of content in here that I'm definitely going to read because I want to find out more about Chaos. But yeah, today we are going to look at the Noise Marines. The Noise Marines are in the elite section. Now, as I said, I've not really read this codex, but I'm assuming we can still take them as troops for Emperor's Children. I think that was the last rule, unless that's gone. I'm not sure. As I said, I'll probably come across that when I read a bit more. But stat wise, let's have a quick look. So 6-inch movement. I'm used to 5 inches now with Necron, so 6 inches is good. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, toughness 4, 1 wound, exactly the same as Space Marines, 2 attacks, leadership 7 and a 3+ save. So the leadership 7 worries me slightly. Obviously I'm used to leadership 10 with the Necrons, but I know that they're better off than they were before, because of course they don't have the they shall know no fear special rule. So 8th edition isn't quite as harsh with leadership. And we've got a Noise Marine champion which we can take as well, which has leadership 8 and it's got 1 extra attack. So this unit comes between 5 and 15 models in a unit, and they're 15 points base, and they have a pistol, bolt gun, frag and crack grenades, and they're all free upgrades, so it is basically 15 points a model. Now any model can replace its bolt gun with a chainsword or a sonic blaster. So I suppose if you put a chainsword on there, it means it's got a pistol and a chainsword, makes it one extra attack in close combat. I suppose that could be a way to go, although I'd imagine we've got other units that can be in, take that role. I think Noise Marines, one of the key things for them is obviously their guns. So I think I'm going to make the Noise Marines more shooty than attacky. Let me know your thoughts. Is that the right way to go? So any model can take a sonic blaster, which is 24-inch gun, assault 3, strength 4, 0 AP, does 1 damage and has the ignore cover special rule. That's 3 shots. That's a pretty nice weapon at 24 inches. I'm liking that, and you can put that on every guy, which is very nice. So one Noise Marine may take a Blast Master in place of his bolt gun. If the unit numbers 10 or more, you may take 2. So I suppose this must be the heavy weapon choice. So let's have a look at the stacks. So a Blast Master, when attacking with this weapon, you can choose 1 or 2 profiles. Wow, that's good range. 48 inches for single frequency. Heavy D3, strength 8, -2 AP, D3 damage, ignores cover. And then the varied frequency is 36 inches, assault D6, strength 4, -1, again ignores cover. I'm liking that. It's great to have 2 options on the gun. And obviously one's a heavy, so if you move in -1 ballistic skill, but the other one isn't. D6 damage, so it is random, but overall that sounds pretty nice. So point wise, let's have a look at the points of these guns. So the Sonic Blaster is 4 points and the Blast Master is 20 points. So pretty reasonable points, I think. It takes your standard Noise Marines up to 19 points with the standard gun, and then obviously 20 points for the upgrade, so it's not too bad, I don't think. And then you've got obviously the champion. The Noise Marine champion may replace the bolt pistol and bolt gun with items from the champion's equipment list. I don't have this list available, but I'm assuming it's going to be things like power fists, etc. And then the Noise Champion may take a Doom Siren. Now, I've had people talk about Doom Sirens to me before. Let's have a look at the rules. Doom Siren, 8 inches, sounds like a flamer. Assault D6, Strength 5, -2 AP, automatically hits and ignores cover. So basically it's a flamer. Point wise, so 22 points, and not exactly cheap, especially if you're going to have other war gear on the champion. But I suppose it could be quite useful, especially like an anti-deterrent for being assaulted by your enemy. Could be quite useful. It also says that one Noise Marine may take an icon of excess. So let's have a quick look and see what that does. If a unit has an icon of excess, its Death to the False Emperor ability effects on any rolls of a 5 rather than a 6, and Death to the False Emperor, lots of pieces of paper, is each time you roll a hit of a 6 for a model with this ability in the fight phase, it can, if it was targeted by an Imperium unit, immediately make an extra attack against the same unit using the same weapon. Those extra attacks cannot themselves generate any further attacks. Okay, I'm liking that. That's very nice. Obviously only against Imperium, but I'll probably be playing them most of the time anyway. So yeah, any hits of a 5 or a 6 with that icon sounds really good. How many points is the icon? Let's have a look. So 10 points. Reasonably cheap, I would say. Yeah, I like that. That sounds like it's probably worth taking. Okay, so special abilities. We've got Death to the False Emperor, which you've just read, and then Music of the Apocalypse. Each time a model in this unit is slain, it is driven to make one last attack before succumbing to its injuries. Do not remove the slain model yet. After the attacking unit has finished making all of its attacks, the slain model can make a shooting attack. With one of the ranged weapons, or throw a grenade, even if the model's unit is within 1 inch of the enemy. The slain model is then removed as a casualty. I like that rule. It sounds very fluffy. Actually, all of the rules I've read so far sounds really fluffy, which is really nice to see. And I like that one. So basically he dies, and then sort of as he's dying and falling back, he gets his sonic gun, shoots, and then dies. So I'm liking that. Sounds good. Okay, so faction keywords: Chaos, Slaanesh, Heretic, Stratus, and Legion. Keywords: Infantry and Noise Marines. And that is the stats of the Noise Marines. Like I said, I'm very happy with those. Actually, they sound really good. They sound very fluffy and thematic for what a Noise Marine should be. So yeah, I think I'm liking them. The big question though is how many to take in a unit. So my vision for the army originally was to have Noise Marines and Demonettes just charging forward. My Noise Marines were going to be in units of 5, just to take full advantage of the multiple small units that was very prominent in 7th edition. Now in 8th edition I think it is totally different, and I don't think that 5 Noise Marines is going to cut it. I think we're going to have at least units of 10 to be able to get across the board. It does mean, of course, you can take 2 of the heavier weapons as well, which is quite nice to have. But even then, is that enough? Do I need units of 15, or do I need transports? These are questions that I'm asking myself. So I think I'm going to model all of my men with sonic blasters, with the exception obviously of a couple of blast masters in there as well. So I do think that shooty is the way to go. They're still going to be pretty decent in close combat as well, combining that obviously with demonettes and other stuff that's going to be in the army. The question though is, how many in a unit do I go for? 5, 10, 15, a different amount? Also, do I need a transport? And if I do need a transport, what is the transport of choice? Bearing in mind, I'm thinking I want at least 3 units of these guys in my army. Let me know your thoughts. I would really appreciate any help and feedback. Any comments and advice are always welcome. Beam me up.